Hey yo, it's your boy Brown Man. We're back with a little video. This one looks to be a really good one. As we're basically gonna go ahead and basically start a career mode. And this one is gonna be really different. This one, you start the career. This is a really different career mode, like I usually have. This one is basically This is pretty much some. It's gonna be some funny stuff. So today's one, we start the career. Coming out, and that is basically we're gonna start the career of Mr. Scythe-Prescott. Is basically pretty much is a good QB. Pretty much some good talent for him. So, either way, if you want to know what he looks like, here it is. With a bam! It's introducing the career of Scythe-Prescott, who's basically, we gotta go ahead and talk about what he basically is. He basically is a QB. He basically goes ahead. It comes out. So basically, people are obviously gonna know it's gonna be me. I'm just gonna go and say it, but and to reduce the fact of me going ahead and being of that less suspicion, we're gonna go ahead and avoid some stuff. No. Well, yeah. So we're hopping into his first game. We're gonna kind of ask basically the only college game he's gonna ever play. And hopefully, in a situation, you might go ahead and let me QB. So the result of it's tails. So I'm going to go ahead and expect to receive. We can defend the south. And overall, the beginning of Brown Scythe-Prescott's career has begun. So yes, we're gonna be wearing the number 3. So here he is, out on the kickoff. Kicking it is a guy that wears 69. And here we are. Here's his first kickoff of the day. And this is Brownie's first ever return return. Scythe is gonna go ahead. Scythe is gonna go ahead and try to go ahead and run out to the edge. And his first career play, tries to hit the jukes, looks for a block, and gets free. Are you kidding me? He knows he can't get out to the 30, and he's gonna go ahead and get out for a nice return out to around the 35-yard line. Shock at QB. Basically going ahead. This ball's gonna go ahead, and that's gonna be a great catch by Scythe. And basically, although his debut isn't going as regularly planned, the man's is dominating, and the pass is gonna be intercepted, and that's gonna be the ball. And luckily, he wrote for no replay, so he knows what he can do here. Basically, Scythe is going to go ahead and get his first career sack on a glitch play. This is what happens when you go for no replays. You go ahead and you get absolutely destroyed. Second play, it's gonna be a good sack. A loss of 11. 3rd and 27. Shock is known for a fact. Shock has been known for lobbing, and here comes the pass, and Scythe can't get to this one. 4th and 27, and they're gonna be going ahead and punting it. Backed up, and he's at the 39 to return this kick. Scythe is going to go ahead on return, going to try to go ahead and run out the other way. He's trying to go ahead and... But he's going to be brought down for a good return. He's going to be brought down very quickly. Shock knows that he needs to go ahead and turn the ball over less. Quick pass out there for Scythe. Scythe is going to go ahead and try to go ahead and run. And Scythe realizes he's not touched, and he's gonna go ahead and get his first touchdown. This man's saying, "Are you kidding me? Best man here." Remember that. 6 and chilies. And now we are following a 2-point. Back on the defense after what was a good start. After what looked like to be a good start to Scythe's career. But it doesn't really matter on defense. It's about what he can do on offense. Trying to go ahead and pick the pass off, and he knows. And excuse me, just because this is my first pick, my debut, I have a reservation for 6 and chilies, and he is going to be taunting and in for another one. Scythe is not even trash talking. He's been silent but deadly. A great thing you want to go and see, and here comes a failed 2-point. Scythe's back on defense. Scythe went ahead and has pretty much scored the only so far. The only 2 touchdowns of the game so far. This man's making his debut. Scythe's also in hand. He's now a 51 overall, showing that he's pretty much a big boy in his debut. And he's gonna go ahead and fire that again, and that's gonna be intercepted. But luckily, Scythe though goes ahead and calls a timeout. He's putting on those big boy pants, and you know that Scythe is going off today, but they're just refusing to admit it. Gonna go ahead and line up for the play, trying to go ahead and lay down a block, but it's gonna be brought down very quickly. Scythe knows that. Scythe trying to go ahead and lay down a running out pistol. He wants to go for a pass. Wants to go, turns on the Shock, wants to go ahead and run it, and luckily he has his blocks, and Scythe is saying, "Excuse me, you might be able to get to my quarterback, but you're gonna go ahead and make sure he gets his big gain." And that's gonna be out for a good gain. Why? And that pass is gonna be in the second play, and another play is gonna be intersected by Zyro. And the first idea is that the no replays means a good chance to get a sack, and Brownie and Scythe's gonna make sure that happens. Great sack there from Shock. So 3rd and 20. They're backed up. People know. And they allow a wide open pass. And I'm thinking that's Tigerman probably stayed back, so it was MRCS. Scythe wanted to go ahead and shut down. And here he comes. Scythe wants to go ahead and pick up, and they pick up the first down. But luckily, despite the first down picked up, Brown makes sure he goes ahead and he swallows it quickly. And here's another pick, and guess who that is again? Getting back into the game, picks. And that could have been a pick six, but Scythe has a good idea. He knows like he... Scythe is getting back into the game, and he's been going crazy. And this man's supposed to be a QB. Like, he's scary. Like, that nasty. And here's a wide open man, and that's going to go ahead and be another big play. It's going to end up being a touchdown, and the Saints draw third blood. Shock tried to go ahead and find Brown, but he went ahead and Brown stopped, and he knows. But overall, the pass was overthrown, but Brown didn't go ahead and make an effort at it. Zyro on the return. Texas got... Excuse, not Texas. Trying to go and make a big play. And MRCS luckily saves it, but had Texas pounced on that, it probably would have been... That was probably would have spelled doom for him. Zyro trying to go ahead and roll out, and Zyro knows he just needs to go ahead and go deep. Tries to hit Tigerman, and it's already the end of the first quarter. Here he comes. Texas wants another pick, and he does get it! He's trying to go ahead and fight for it, but luckily looking for his box. He knows, and he does! This man's Sammy Watkins! He's waiting for them to taunt. He's taunting them. MRCS could get him, but he's going to go ahead and dive in for another touchdown. And holy crap, just like that, Brownie's been going off. He has 4 interceptions, which is now a career high for him. This is where he can have 7. And it's not even. Remember him, Argentina. Brown's coming. Tigerman knows. Tigerman, MRCS wants to run it, and he will take off. Is going to pick up the first down, but luckily here comes the guy that's going to stop him. And that's going to be Scythe, and it's going to be brought down immediately. He's urging his guys to rush him. Trying to go. Oh, well, he sees the Philly, and he knows he can swat it, but he's asking him to rush, but he knows he's not probably gonna get it. MRCS gonna try to run it, and here he is. Actually, is gonna try to go ahead and go. And this man has 1 man to beat. Can Ninden catch him? And Texas can't. No one can. And he's going to go ahead and get the first touchdown for the Cowboys. So, although the shutout is bad, tries to go for the play, and he's gonna go ahead and block the field goal for, as he is basically is dangerous. 5 tackles, 4 interceptions, and a sack, and pretty much some elite stats. And he's only in college. So here he is with the first play, and here it is, trying to go ahead and race out there. But MRCS knows where to go, and Scythe basically goes ahead and stops him almost quickly. Pass to a wide open island, and Brownman and Scythe try to go ahead and lay down a key block, and he does, and somehow MRCS glitches do that one. And looking for a wide open man, and he's gonna go ahead and Ninja shouldn't, and basically Shock trying to go ahead and fire the deep ball. He's looking for a wide open guy. Brown's available, and he is there for another touchdown. Basically, when in doubt, you call him up. He'll go ahead and he'll help you. You don't realize it, but this man's dangerous. Like, overall, if there was an AFL version of the Houston Roughnecks, that man should be on it. So here we are out on defense. And this one's going to be a good play. And it's going to be MRCS by himself. Everyone knows. We can just... Scythe wants to get a sack. MRCS shaking his head for no. And Scythe is basically going, yeah. He's jumping for yes. The first idea went out to the left, basically meant nothing gained. Not trying to go for the right side, and they stopped him up, and we stopped him immediately. Before he can. 3rd and 12. Trying to roll out to the left side again. Nearly evades him, and Scythe can't get him. And Scythe makes the saving tackle. And 3rd and 9's coming up. And someone from AFL also goes and joins in. Yes, talk about Super NBK. And here it is. MRCS trying to go ahead and make a run. And he stops him up. Hopefully, and he does. He stops him up immediately. Trying to look for a pass. And MBK. And they try and hit the comeback. And Texas goes ahead and lays down some good peelbacks. And he's been usually mainly been hitting. And he gets this, and he fires that one that's going to be intercepted by Super MBK. And here it is, and looking for it, and Super MVK is very elusive. Brownie knows that, and he gets his blocks. And look, he goes ahead and sniffs it, and they sniff it out. And he ended up going ahead and getting another one. And now Scythe is basically now more annoyed. Okay, Scythe goes ahead and backs up. Sees the elusiveness. Doesn't have to flash copy it, but And Shock nearly had that interception, but honestly, no one was really there for honesty. And here's Super MVK, and he gets dropped almost immediately. And he's gonna go ahead, and no one's gonna catch King. And that's gonna be another touchdown. And the kick is good. And now, and the Saints are barely up 34-13. And here it is. Scythe wants to go ahead and get a nice return. He knows that they have to kick it off to start the second half. Sees his play. Tries to get past. And he's actually going to go ahead and break free. Gets into the secondary. Scythe is going to go all the way and score. And a big one as he gets his first career kick return touchdown. This man's dangerous. Like holy hell. and with that, the Saints are going to go into halftime with the 42-13 lead. And the lead had been done without dominant play from Scythe. He went ahead and went off. And his team needed him. He stepped up. 7 tackles, 4 picks, 1 sack. Man's basically dominating the field. Here comes basically the opening kickoff, and Goda and basically it's going to be run out of bounds. He's asking for print. Now here it is. Another big one. Scythe basically, and there's been news that basically Scythe is going to start the second half as the quarterback. Scythe knows that basically Goda is going to go ahead and use basically his elusiveness. So he's going to go ahead and play containment. Tries to fire the deep ball, and it's going to be intercepted by Shock. And Shock has blockers out in front. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 and a touchdown. He's back on top. And Football Imagination goes ahead and he takes over as QB. Which is a sad part. It was an unexpected change, but Scythe really was hoping for that. And here comes the kickoff, and that's going to go ahead and be for a touchback. And guess who's back at QB? It's MRCS, and he has receivers now. So when in doubt, he's going to go ahead and start running it. We knew it. And the farting cow is gonna be QB. No one knows how it's gonna work. Goat JoJo try to go ahead. Trying to go ahead and make a play, and they're stopping him almost immediately. Scythe's reads is what's basically... Scythe's reading ability is what's been basically keeping them in this game. But Go does overall better experience. Well, yeah. Trying to go for the deep ball. And that's going to be nearly intercepted by Scythe, but he nearly picked it, but that could have been the 5th. Like, luckily, but sometimes you sell. It just matters. It's not how you start the game though. Sometimes that's how you go ahead and finish it. Like how much effort you go ahead and put into this one. And basically, Goat JoJo shows off his hands, and he gets past, and he gets past, and absolutely dogs. And gonna go ahead and pretty much gets past Saucy, and they score a touchdown. Bruh. Looking for it, and Goat JoJo wants to play, and they're gonna get home to him. So here it is. Looking for this one. Football imagination. Trying to go ahead and get this one. He's a 50 overall. He and him basically have experience, and then fires that one. That's gonna be intercepted. And Texas is mad. And not Texas. Overall, it's Imagination's second pass attempt. So overall, and now looking at this one, it's not looking very good. And now they're basically gonna get the Trotsky or Goat JoJo, but they're both bad at QBing. Scythe though, he hasn't QB'd yet. And here's the fade, and that shows how bad they are. They basically can't get to their. They basically can't save their QB. Save them. Nearly picked off, but overall the ball falls incomplete. Football imagination and Brown know one thing. Give the ball to Trotsky. It could be trouble. And the ball does go their way, but luckily it's underthrown and out of bounds. So overall, if that was a diving play, that probably would have been an intercept, and it was inbounds. That probably would have been an interception. And that's going to be a pass that's somehow caught by the Trotsky, and Saucy's mad. They're gonna run it with Goat JoJo, and Goat gets stopped for a gain of 8. Basically showing he's trying to go ahead. He's not doing much. Trotsky at QB now with horrendous play. Now they have another player coming in named Millie. Looking for a good play, and that's gonna be a touchdown. It's gonna be to the Trotsky. Overall, had Millie went ahead and either way, following their 2-point, it's basically a failed thing. But Dallas is down by 23. And Texas, and there's no Texas around. It's basically gonna be up to Scythe to go ahead and carry this team, as he's gonna go ahead and try to get out there. And he's returned one kick return touchdown before. All he cares about, he's gonna listen. I don't care if you. Oh my gosh, he got hit so hard. That was probably the biggest hit he took so far in his young career. And the biggest hit I've ever took playing football. Trying to go ahead and run the play, and football's not really making those reads. Trying to go ahead and fire this one out there, and Brown can't even haul it in. And here's a big play. And another big interception. Luckily, Millie's was behind the line of scrimmage, so they get the ball off in time, and that's Merck, and that's going to be a touchdown for them. Scythe wants to get a second effort play, but he isn't going to be able to catch him. So Allen, the kickoff, is going to be out for so overall, the bad news is that now with this the extra point field is good. Now it ain't looking good. And Shock looks to be coming back at QB again. And I was right. Texas, it's like whenever he gets a chance to play QB, they're not going to go ahead and give him a chance. Looking for a play. Tries to dance around, and he gets a good return out for a gain of 42. Shock back. Actually, he's back at QB, and he's basically, and Scythe basically, both of these dudes have inexperience. Gets a peel back block, and that hurt Jamo really good. And that put Jamo in check. Either way, this is for Shock. He's QB like this before, but he has 10 touchdowns against 13 interceptions. So, Scythe yet to even go ahead and take a snap, to go ahead and even take a carry, or make a pass as a QB. And your Shock tries to go and run but Jamo stops in almost immediately. Here's some unexpected blocking from Scythe. And here, and they're gonna get to him for a sack, and the Shock is not looking for